gamers, welcome back to Modded Among Us, but today we have actually coded Floor's Lava in Among Us.
One of you guys will be the sheriff. What's the sheriff's time?
This is my first time ever playing proximity voice chat in Among Us.
In this tutorial, we're going to look at some of the techniques that are used to mod Among Us. So let's first have a look at some of the open source mods that exist for Among Us. There is first of all Imposter, which is a reverse engineered custom server. There's Crew Link, made by Automated, which allows for proximity voice chat among us. And the other mod we can find on GitHub is the Sheriff mod. However, the source code for the Sheriff mod is not public. Making mods for Among Us must be hard. Games like Minecraft and Terraria have hundreds of mods, so let's dig a bit deeper and see why there are so few mods for Among Us. If we Google search what game engine Among Us is made in, we can see that it's made in Unity. Unity uses the programming language C#, which has reflection. This usually makes modding games very easy. Reflection is the ability to examine, execute, and modify its own structure and behavior. Essentially, what this allows us to do is it allows us to see all of the variables that are in the code, all of the methods that are in the code, as well as call and modify them at runtime. This makes modifying games extremely simple, but this cannot be the case for Among Us. If we read some of the other mod source code, we can find out that Among Us uses a technology called IL to CPP. This is a technology developed by Unity that converts the compiled C# intermediate language into C++. This means that modifying the underlying code is going to be rather difficult. So let's have a look at what tools we can use. What tools can we use to learn more about how Among Us works under the hood? We can use Wireshark. This allows us to see the raw data being sent over the network. Analyzing the network traffic coming in is how I imagine CrewLink works. I imagine it listens for the network traffic that Among Us is receiving, gets the positions of all the players, and then calculates how loud each user should be depending on how far they are away from your character. We can also use Unity extractors. This allows us to get all of the textures, materials, and animations and other assets, and we can export them out of the game and then import them back into the game. This won't unfortunately work for things like the code. We can also use disassembly programs. I believe this will be very tricky to create mods like this, and I think that most of the mods that currently exist do not use this method very heavily, which leaves us with the last method, using a custom Among Us server. I believe this is how most of the mods currently exist in Among Us, and let's have a look at how having a custom server might achieve some of the mods that already exist. Let's speculate how some of the existing mods are created using the techniques we've described. The Sheriff mod is quite interesting as it doesn't use a custom server. I imagine that the Sheriff mod works by any player being able to kill any other player by sending a kill packet. Among Us probably doesn't have any anti-cheat, so even crewmates can probably kill anyone if they send the right packets. The flashlight mod most likely works by adding a cookie to the light or modifies the shader to only show a particular region. The Everyone Can Teleport mod, which teleports players around the map randomly, probably works by the server telling players to teleport around randomly. This command probably already exists in the code to teleport the players to the meeting table. The Infinite Range mod will just modify the kill distance that the imposter can do. This won't actually be infinite, but probably a very large number. Now we'll learn how to make some simple texture edits using Unity Extractor. So to begin with, Google Unity Extractor, then go to the releases and download the 64-bit version. Unzip the file. Now open up Asset Bundle Extractor Now navigate towards where Among Us is installed. This is usually in Program Files, x86, Steam, Steam Apps, Among Us. Then go into the Among Us data folder and select Shared Assets 0. Select Unity version 2019.2. Now find an asset you want to edit. Go to Plugins, Export as PNG. In this case, we're going to pick the buttons. Now open it up in Photoshop and make the edits you want. It should be noted that some of these assets will have bounding boxes, so you want to stay within the lines of the original asset. In a future tutorial, we might look at how to expand these bounds if you want to create hats that are larger or characters that are larger than the existing ones. So now that I've done this simple hue shift, we'll save the asset. We'll load it back in by going Plugins. We'll click Load. We'll leave all of these settings as default. If you want to know what these settings are, go onto the Unity website under Texture 2D and have a look at what all of these variables mean. So now we'll save this as a executable so that other people can install this package. So we'll give the mod a name. In this case, I'm just going to call it colors. We'll say by Logan. We'll save the exe. When installing the exe, we'll locate our way to our Among Us folder. Now the mod will install. And once we open up Among Us, we can see that our use button has got the color shift. And our changes are complete. If you want to see more on using Unity Extractor, check out Badfly's video in the description below. In the next part of these series, we'll be making some mods with custom code. I'll be live streaming creating these mods live on YouTube and Twitch. Links in the description below. And if you found this video useful, please like and subscribe.